Hello, I'm Douglas Maddy and welcome to Altered Perceptions. In these videos we're going to be looking at the performances from the TV show Penn and Teller's Fool Us. I'm a magician with over 25 years of experience and I'm going to be watching these episodes alongside various guests so that we can get the perspective from an audience member's point of view as well. Do you like magic?
Yeah, no, I do. I do.
I
Really
bet you do.
I do like magic. I said, knowing you for quite a few years and things, I've actually seen quite a lot of magic tricks. I think a good magician has to be a really good performer as well. And I think that when you watch a lot of magicians, and I've seen you do stuff close up, the performance is really kind of key.
So what do you think the difference is? Like, say if you see a guy on TV or whatever, or somewhere do a magic trick and it's good, and one that's bad, what do you reckon that the difference is between the two? Sort of like, is because when we had Alex on here, he was saying sort of like, oh yeah, we saw that spectacular one. He said, yeah, it's spectacular, but it's boring and predictable. So like, I want to not know what's happening next, kind of thing. So I'm sort of excited a bit. Is there anything that you kind of look forward to? Is there any type?
Yeah, I like it when a trick's following that kind of usual routine. You think, oh, this is going to happen, then the phone's going to appear here, but they're doing that, but actually the trick they're doing is something completely different. So like you think they're doing like a disappearing phone trick or something like that, but they're actually doing something completely different. So it catches you off guard. I like magic to kind of be more spontaneous, and kind of, otherwise if you kind of, even though it's still impressive, if you know what's happening, you're not as kind of shocked and enthralled by it. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. The Stones are very good.
Do you think magic is like something that's passed on through family? Like, because you're talking about stones. You're just talking about the stones just then, but like the whole magician thing, like one brother takes it up, and like
a legacy.
Yeah, like something that people take up.
Yeah.
Because like obviously like Houdini and things like that. And do you think it's something that?
Well, Houdini's brother did it as well. I think his name was Theo or Theodore or something. Paul Daniels' sons did it. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do it. Yeah, Blackstone.
We wear suits. Yeah.
So it's like a family business in a way, I suppose.
One of us likes to talk a little bit more than the other one.
Which one is that?
I'm not really sure. Penn, he's a juggler himself.
And he's actually quite talented. Juggling is beautiful. And
like juggling and circus skills and that malarkey. Are you into that, or is it? I can do it, but I don't. I couldn't sit and watch it.
But now,
I think I always found things like juggling and that are actually quite a talent, but it's not a trick as such, is it? It's something that
it's one of those things that I love juggling, but I don't like watching juggling. Do you know what I mean? Like, sort of like. I like doing it, but I don't like having to sit and watch it. Do you know what I mean? I don't find it entertaining.
That's interesting.
Duo, JON and OWEN, the passing zone.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. I'm John.
And my name is Owen, and we are the Passing Zone.
And tonight we intend to fool Penn and Teller with the card trick.
That's right.
Which is going to be difficult. Because we're not magicians.
No, we're jugglers. So tonight we're going to combine magic and juggling.
Now, a lot of people may not realize this, but back
No,
when Penn and
definitely
Teller
not.
first teamed up, Teller was a magician.
I've tried.
And you were a professional juggler.
I was. Yeah, so we think you're going to especially appreciate this trick because of the juggling.
What's your special talent or gift? Like if you had a party trick to do or something like that, is there anything that you can do? Like sit down and pint of beer, or what? Is there anything you can do? Like 1,000 sit-ups or something.
It's all work related. No,
so, I'm going to just make sure that
I think when I was 12, I think you taught me to moonwalk.
Oh, bloody hell.
And I can still moonwalk.
Okay.
But I started to do it so you can like turn around and stuff like that.
Add extra bits in it.
So that's probably the only party trick I've got.
That's all you need, mate. Bit of MJ.
Alright, place that back into the deck anywhere you want. Right there. Alright?
So 7 of diamonds.
Until we need it again, I'm going to place this deck right over here while we explain the rest of what's going on.
Now, card tricks are great, but as you guys have proven over the years, they're even better if they involve some danger.
It's the same with juggling. Like this audience right now, you want to see us do something dangerous, right?
Look at that. See? That's exactly what they want. We have 3 items that fit that bill perfectly. The first one is a common item that most of you have in your homes.
Here it is. Danger item number 1.
Yes.
Oh, although we should have made it number 2.
Oh, we should have switched it.
See?
Oh my God.
Okay, our next item is more dangerous. This has been known to cause instant death.
Murder on a stick.
Oh yeah. What do we have right here? 2 rat traps on a handle. We're going
Watch
to
out.
demonstrate how this works.
Oh man, that could mess you up.
All right. So now it is time for our 3rd danger item.
And it's more dangerous than the first 2 combined. Check it out. Oh yeah. It just got real.
Yes. We have a real stun gun.
Yes.
This is not a toy.
You used to work in security as well, didn't you?
Stun gun.
Did you have a stun gun?
Real deal.
No, I never. I've been stun gunned.
Have you? What is that then? Or should we not go into it? Is that for fun, or was it sort of like, did you do something wrong? Or
No,
incriminate on video?
I wanted to. Really stupid. I wanted to know what it felt like.
We would just like you to serenely lie down.
How did it feel?
Awful.
Whereabouts was you stabbed?
Just jabbed it straight. I was like, yeah,
Into your
I'll
heart?
go for it. And just went. I was like, you kind of can't control any of your muscles. It's so strange.
Next, I'm gonna straddle your body right
Did it hurt?
this. Then I'm gonna start
Or did it just stun you, or did it hurt? Was it painful?
It kind of hurts more after than during.
From behind.
Well, it's hard to emotionally get over.
Just on the other side of your
But-
head.
Yeah, your kind of body goes into spasm. You don't really feel it as such until it's over. And then you feel
Yeah,
the
yeah,
after
because I
effects.
suppose the adrenaline or whatever kicks in, isn't it?
And you're so tired because all your muscles tense so
And then
hard.
relax.
And then relax.
Yeah.
And just use some. He's just straddling him.
They're covering my launch area.
Yeah, I better watch this actually, because
I almost forgot. Safety.
there you go, that's what's he going to do.
Folks, I gotta tell you right now, this is a very dangerous stunt we're performing for you.
We would not do it without the proper safety precautions.
John,
What?
for Teller.
Oh, for Teller. Yes, for Teller.
All right.
Here, let's slip those on.
Would you do that? Would you lay down with somebody like juggling,
This is
stun
where
gun,
the
all that
deck
kind of
of
stuff? Or would you not
cards
trust
comes
them?
back into play.
Yes.
We have
Or would you like not care? Just
Go
sort of
for it. Like, you've
yeah,
got
no,
it.
once, why not?
card juggler. I'm going to take this deck of cards right here. I'm going to carefully place it into the card juggler.
Right.
All right. Then we will place this entire device right over here by Teller's head. Then, while I am leaping over Owen and Teller, the card juggler will throw the cards into the air where we, as jugglers, can properly relate to them.
Exactly. Then, using his highly developed juggler reflexes, John will find and catch your 7 of diamonds.
You see, Penn and Teller don't like it when danger is involved in stage performances, and this is really dangerous, especially if it lands on Teller's face.
Here we go. This is happening for real.
He's loving it though, look at him.
I was saying, it seems quite.
Fucking hell. That was good.
Brilliant.
Hopefully you got the right card.
And Teller, check that out. The 7
Oh my
That was really impressive.
That was really good, and I'm really annoyed I didn't see at what point they. Because obviously, there's no way they fired that card out and then he calls it in the air.
But even just the switching of all the props and all that, all the bits juggling.
That
I
was
tried that
really
with James the other day with some oranges, but we got a little bit freaked out by it.
Teller, right?
We have known them for a while, yes.
Can
What's
James
your
juggle?
earliest memory?
Well,
with you
apparently.
guys?
You
I only
know
found
what?
out the other
I
day.
actually worked at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival in 1981, and I was a kid. And
And if it was juggling, all the oranges were falling with style. Like Buzz Lightyear.
They had just been making it big, and so that was the first time we ever met, and I was just amazed.
And we have just been huge fans for years. They're just amazing.
Did you ever have like juggling duels? And you have to like walk 50 paces and then turn around and juggle?
There is actually a thing called juggling combat.
Right.
Really?
Each juggler has 3 clubs, and they sort of face off and try to smack the other guy.
It's like demolition derby, or you
Wait,
go
you
one on
try
one.
to smack each
Oh,
other,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you try to get
throw
them to
one
drop
up, and then
it?
you've got one in the air, and now you can go clobber the other.
They're making that up.
I don't know.
She seems
I've never
very
seen it.
violent.
Sounds like a really disturbing game of
It takes
conkers.
juggling and makes it violent.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
That's an excellent question.
In I think in 7 states it's illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's time to
Anyway, so Chris, what did you think? Good trick, bad trick?
That was really good. It completely contradicts what I was saying earlier about when you know what they're going to do, which was obviously make the card appear.
It was a very unique way in which they did it.
Really,
I
really
didn't know they were
clever.
going to do it that way.
The juggling itself is quite hard. So there has to be a lot of skill involved with the switch, where obviously one person juggles, the other one jumps over and then juggles as well. I don't know at what point they got the card into the trap, because obviously you can't juggle and catch a card in the air. If they could, they wouldn't.
I didn't know they were going to find the card that way. It was a very unique way of finding a card. It was a very skilled way of finding a card, because that was all unnecessary. They could have just, with what they called, what was it, the rat trap, wasn't it, or the mouse trap?
Yeah.
They could have just threw the cards up and you caught it with that's how the trick works. It's based on the idea of a card sword. I used to do it with the sword. So you throw the cards up in the air, you stab the cards, and then it's on the end of the sword. So they've used like a rat trap or something like that. So all the other juggling and jumping over teller and setting things on fire and stuff, it's just making it more theatrical. But really, it's to dress the trick up.
Yeah, but then the way they juggle it, and obviously the element of you're talking about the element of danger as well, adds an element of skill that stops so many people being able to copy it. So
exactly.
It's more unique for them. There's not a lot of people that would be willing to juggle that. And
you need both of them. It's like a dance. You need both to do it exactly right, because if one of you messes up, then it's all over with. So did you like them as entertainers?
Yeah, I thought a couple of their jokes were a bit corny, but then with an audience, with the right audience and right atmosphere, they're going to work. The corny, easy jokes do work quite well. But personally, if I was the audience, I wouldn't have. I would have minded
Sometimes I think the jokes are just unnecessary. I think with them, they were professional, but it's sort of like you say, they just didn't need the jokes. It just didn't do anything. It'd be better if they actually built up because what they did was really impressive, but they didn't really build it up that much. They just kind of said, okay, we'll just put this over here, like they were just doing the dishes. Whereas if they kind of built it up a bit and created a bit more anticipation, then the people would go, what's going to go on? Do you know what I mean?
Because I was imagining that when they were making the jokes about the plunger and stuff, should have been number 1, that should be number 2 into the number 1. I think that it's an awful joke, but were they using that as a time frame to get something else done? It was the only reason I was thinking, because otherwise, that wasn't a great joke, and it just seemed not to fit in with their style.
Yeah.
Because everything else is really, really impressive. The jumping over, lighting on fire, having a taser.
I think it was so spectacular, but it wasn't built up to be spectacular. It was just kind of like everything's normal, and then
then there's a really big.
Yeah. Whereas if they'd have built up a bit more and, like you say, got rid of some of the jokes and all that kind of stuff. So, did they fool you? Do you know how the trick is done?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No idea how it was done, and definitely fooled me. Do I think they fooled Penn and Teller?
That was the next question.
sorry.
Like a mind reader.
Jump ahead.
No, I like it, so you have to ask it.
I can tell by the way you were talking about it, they didn't fool you, and that you're one magician. There's 2 magicians.
Yes, and they are technically better than me.
We're doing it for a little bit longer.
A little bit more paid better.
So I imagine that they probably weren't fooled in the slightest.
I think
but it doesn't take away from the fact that the actual trick itself was done really
skill,
well.
yeah. And I think they'll appreciate the skill, so let's have a look, see if you're right.
Boys.
I think you are.
Okay.
Oh, John and Owen, there you are.
Here we are.
I'll tell you, it was so smooth how you got rough with Teller. That was a very smart idea, because you took your main opposition. You took the brains.
So you said
of the
smooth and rough.
operation,
That's a hint. Because that's the top cards they use.
In a very broad juggler way, which was to stand over him and throw things at him. You incapacitated one of the team. That was your whole idea. You thought, we'll get Teller, we'll throw in his face, and we'll hope he won't catch us.
Exactly.
So I think I've covered one thing here in that card, and you got 3 dangerous objects. You could have put a card sword in there too if you wanted to, but you didn't. You used the other things. And I want to ask you something. Could we examine the rat trap gizmo that you used there?
To examine the rat trap?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, not that one.
No?
No.
Oh.
See, you didn't fool us.
Because he switched the rat traps.
It was close. It was darn close.
You so wanted us to examine that, but you didn't fool us.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You didn't fool us, but I'm still coming up to say hi to you.
Oh my God.
Oh, so they switched the rat trap.
Yeah, so they could examine it afterwards because they knew that they would have known that it was based on the card tool, so they switched the rat traps. I think they did it behind the table or something, so that's where the table's gone. As opposed to, because why would you have a cloth there? You'd just have it all open and explode if there wasn't something to hide.
Oh.
So even little things like that, so even when they knew how it was done, they tried to get away by form. I was like, yeah, you can examine it, there's nothing wrong with it, because they didn't think that they'd see the switch in the rat traps. You didn't see that, did you?
I didn't spot the switch at all, no. They're so calmly like, yeah, no, you haven't fooled us.
They're like, no, you go and examine it. Go on, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this.
And it's like, no, the other one. I was like, oh, what?
But I think you're
Really good.
you're absolutely right with the falling it. So what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll probably give it a 7. So as I say, the trick itself was it's really good. It's been done before, but their unique spin is brilliant, and the juggling stuff I thought was really great, and it's a great way to get two people doing it, and it stops a lot of people kind of using that exact same trick. But yeah, honestly, I didn't think the humour was great. I've seen magicians use humour a lot, but if you're going to be funny, you've got to actually be funny, I think. I feel like in the audience would have people with cards going laugh, and when they, do you know what I mean?
You see, I use humour, but I'm not like, I don't make a joke. I think they're doing it like, oh, and now here's a joke, and now here's another joke. Whereas I don't, I just do it as a throw, as if it means something. So if somebody laughs, they laugh, and if they don't, it's just to ease things over. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a throwaway comment. So it's sort of like,
relaxes the audience.
It's almost like afterwards, oh, he just said that, and then they usually laugh about a minute after once they've figured out what I said. But that way, but I don't like it. You're not going boom. Do you know what I mean? You're not building up. Here's a joke that's not funny. Do you know what I mean? Here's another joke. So if they could add the humour, but just be more nonchalant with it if they do use it and build it.
I think that's a very American thing, though, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So
very staged.
When you watch sitcoms and stuff, if it was the laughing, and it's to tell you that's when you're meant to laugh.
I hate it. Yeah, that's why I can't watch Friends, because everything's laughing every 2 seconds. And
I'm just like, well, if I'm meant to laugh, I'll laugh if it's funny, not because someone's laughing. But the trick itself, I thought, was really brilliant.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be notified of our latest videos.